So what is going on, everybody? I was trying to fix the L, y'all. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TJ, and welcome to a fresh live episode of TJ's 100% Real Talk. Listen, guys, it's been a fun day today. Well, a long day today, I would say. It's been a long day, and we back in it. We are back in it, y'all. We are back in it, okay? So what's going on, everybody? If you hear my son Samuel, that is him yelling in the background. I try my best sometimes to keep the kids separated, but sometimes it just don't work. But anyhow, we are here and we in it. And listen, guys, I'm here with my co-host, Just Lady K. What's up? So we're gonna give it about a few minutes to get some people to tune in real quickly here. And that's on me again because my wife, she's looking at me because I'm eating my crackers. But no, it's on me because I did not, once again, I did not advertise the day before. I did not advertise Thursday or Tuesday. So that's on me. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But I am trying to waste time, guys. I'm trying to get more people to tune in. Right now, I already sent out some invites. So, anyways, while we're waiting on that, hey, what's going on, Yanita? What's good? Okay, we got 3 people in. What's good? What's good? So, listen, y'all. We are here today to let you know that your boy TJ is still on the kidney transplant list. And if you would like to know more information on how, if somebody would like to donate a kidney to your boy, they can go to HoustonMethodist.org slash no slashes .org. Okay, HoustonMethodist.org. You can go there and what else they can do to fill out the information.
Jump on my Facebook page and you have a whole video. No, well you could. If you jumped on my Facebook page or let me put it on Instagram. Instagram is just _Lady K, or jump on my Facebook, Carla with a K. And you will see the video that's the walkthrough of step by step how to go, where to go, to go through the whole, or to go through to start the process to even see if you are a possible candidate to be a donor. Otherwise, go to HoustonMethodist.org. Go under specialties, our specials. You click transplant, then go to kidney transplant, click on living donor, and then click on learn more, and then it will take you to the button to say become a donor, and it'll take you to the preliminary survey questionnaire for you to answer. Depending on what your answers are, it'll keep going in the survey. If not, it'll stop you. And it'll tell you what you would need to do in order to become a donor, whether it's to lose a certain amount of weight or whatever the case may be. If you were a drinker or a smoker, it will depend on how long ago it was. Even they asked about how many times you had kidney stones. If you had more than 3 kidney stones, that's a no. If you're currently a drinker or a smoker, that's a no. I don't know what the years are in between that you have to have not been drinking or smoking. Also, excuse me, men have to be at a certain weight, females have to be at a certain weight. In order to do the transplant, you have to, of course, be healthy enough to live with just one kidney.
Mm-hmm.
You will do become a living donor, um, and then click on that you. I forgot how it's worded, but it's to donate to someone particular that you know that needs one, and then you will put his name, put Timothy Epps and his birth date of 3/27/85, and then it'll take you through the rest of the process as you go from there. And then somebody will contact you within a couple of days to get more information, to talk to you, ask questions, and then they'll take you to they'll tell you what the next step is that you need to do so you can start the process.
There you go. Um, that is all the information. You know what I'm saying? That's all the information that we have. Um, so moving on. I do not have anything this week to put anybody on blast. Do you have anything?
You know what? I would. Um, I will put. Let me make sure I say her website right. Um, if you are looking for graphic designs or a logo, you can reach out to, depending on what kind of logo you are wanting, reach out to Kirby Holly. Kirby Holly. She has a website. I'll try and pull up the website real quick. Um, let's see, make sure I spell her name right. But it's Kirby Holly, and you can pull up her website. That is a coworker of mine. There it is. It's www.kirbyholly, and it's KIR, B as in boy, Holly, HOLLEY, all together.com. You can go to her website. She is a graphic designer. And you can see some of her projects, some of the things that she's done, and then you can reach out to her and email her if you are wanting a logo.
If you, so I hope y'all guys heard that. You can reach out to what's the website name of the website again? It is Kirby Holly. KirbyHolly.com. You can reach out.
KIRBEHOLLEY.com.
So make sure you guys reach out to her. If you ever looking to get a logo done or anything like that, you can reach out to her her website, man, and check her out. So yeah, we're about to get into this episode, man. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it in 3, 2, 1. Coming at you live. You ready? We finna come at y'all live.
Coming at you live
with another fresh episode.
Yeah,
y'all know how it go.
We apply the word of God to this
thing called life.
And leave you encouraged through the
power of His might.
If you're married or single,
or just ready to mingle.
Turn your speaker up because it's time to chop it up
with
TJ's 100% real talk. TJ's 100% real talk.
Coming at you live with another fresh episode.
Yeah, y'all know how it goes. We apply the word of God to this
thing we call life.
And leave you encouraged
through the power of His might. So if you're married or single or just ready to mingle,
turn your speaker up
to chop it up.
With TJ's 100% real talk. TJ's 100% real talk.
Hey. All right. So we in this episode. Welcome to our first episode of TJ's 100% Real Talk. We're coming at you live Friday on the 27th of October. We're going hard. If you have not clicked like, please click like and share this episode. Click like, click share. And if you haven't subscribed and you've been listening to the channel, please subscribe. It'll help your boy out. Subscribe so that way more people be able to look at it and more people be able to share it. So today's episode is a question. It's a question. And I know I said we was going to do faith this week. So I'm still reading on that and everything. I'm still reading on Hebrews and everything like that. I don't know if my wife started reading on it, but I think I'm on the sixth chapter right now, and so it's a lot of things that God is putting in my heart on that. So I say, man, I need more time. So I was like, man, I need a name of an episode, and so this one came up, and today's episode. Listen to this question, y'all, and you can respond in the chat. Respond in the chat if you want to. But today's episode is a man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. A man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. Do you believe that statement to be true? And why do you believe it to be true? And honestly, I'm not gonna leave this one off. I'm gonna go to a strong woman. That my wife is a strong woman. Yes, you are, dear. You're a strong woman. Carla is a strong woman, y'all. Okay, she ain't. Carla is not one of those wimpy type women to where, hey, you don't know. Carla is a strong woman, and you know, you know, you a strong woman, and I just want to see, like, from this statement, what do you, is that true that a man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman?
Yes. And it's not to necessarily say, well, it's not to necessarily say that he can't lead. I mean, I can't. Yeah, it's not to necessarily say that he can't lead to a degree, um, but more so, and I wouldn't say that he would completely, not all the time, get frustrated. Um, but he will feel inadequate. Um, it can, yes, cause frustration. But then sometimes it's a two way street. Because sometimes, yes, it can be just the woman that's just okay. She's too, how we like to say, we independent, we can take care of ourselves, we do what we want to do. I mean, not do what we want to, we do what we have to do. I'm a strong, independent woman. You hear a lot of single women say that, especially those that have been single and they're for a while, or like they're up in their 40s, 50s. Sometimes a lot of them, I hear it a lot more from them. Others might say it more, but I just don't know too many females under the age of 30. So I hear it more so from the older ladies. But yes, you can. Um, they will. They have. um, And then I would say sometimes too, it's not necessarily that he can't lead, because sometimes it's the woman that's not allowing him to lead.
Okay.
So you could take it two different ways.
But then listen to the question. Though. I'm gonna repeat it one more time because I think everybody is kind of, because okay, this is the question. A man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. So look at that. A man who can't lead, who's not in that area of, I'm a leader. A man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. Is that statement true?
But men are leaders by nature, though, or supposed to be leaders by nature.
Supposed to be.
But some just might not have been taught.
Okay.
So you can't, or I wouldn't just necessarily just say that he can't do it. Um, um. So if he's with a woman that he feels that he can't be a leader, then it might not be him. It could be her.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Okay, like remember when we first uh met or when we first started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we first got married, we got married kind of quick. Uh, when we first started dating, um, it was an adjustment for both of us. So us still learning each other and knowing our qualities and all of that stuff and the things that we're capable of. In the beginning, you weren't being a leader,
Right.
but then on the other hand, in some aspects, I wasn't allowing you to be a leader because I'm like, dude, you let me do this. I got it. Let's just go ahead and do it, or I'll go ahead and do it and get it done, or you moving too slow or something like that. But that's why I say it could go either way because he could probably know how to, but the whoever he's with, that female might not be on allowing him the space to be.
Yeah.
So that's why I say you can't just necessarily say that he can't lead. Is the situation ideal for him to be able to lead?
But see, that's the thing. The statement goes, I think still misunderstanding it, is saying a man who can't lead, meaning that he needs to learn how to be a leader. So we know we have men out there in the world. There are some lazy men, there are some trifling men. There are some men, like, okay, let's say that one of y'all married a trifling man, but you a strong woman. That strong woman will frustrate that man because he's not a leader. Because a strong woman gonna take control. If something is out of order, she gonna sit there and say, "Hey, man, I'm about to do this. I'm about to get this done." But every man, like you said, every man was not trained to be a leader. Some men are mama's boys. A mama's boy is most definitely not a leader.
True.
Right? Because now they're still dependent on their mother. But then if you have a strong woman behind him, he'll get frustrated with her because she's looking to move forward while he's still looking to be a mama's boy.
That's what says so. It depends on. It's not. It's not. I don't want this to make it sound like I'm bashing the dude or nothing like that. But I'm trying to keep it open to say to look at both ways of
Mm-hmm.
it because sometimes it's not him that he can't. And then two, even if he was not necessarily taught, then still that female has to give him the space to try to learn.
True that.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't completely just say that he can, unless, like you say, you do have them sorry trifling Detroits that don't want to, that don't care. You know, that's something different. And if she a strong woman, hopefully she ain't with him. That she's strong enough to know that
You
she should
man.
that that she need to find something better.
I mean,
So
because
that there is something
you'll
better.
be surprised how, and I'm saying this from a man's perspective. You'll be surprised how some women put up with these men and stay with them on the note of that they're still not being good fathers or leading the household like they're supposed to. In one day believing, okay, yeah, he's gonna change. Well, I mean,
Yeah, but then you gotta go, but that goes back to or goes deeper than just okay one day. But what is making you believe that he gonna change one day? What did you experience? What did you see? What have you been told?
right,
That's allowing you or keeping you or giving you or trying to make you stay and just hope and pray that one day he gonna change.
change.
So it's a
And
whole you can't. That's why I just said that's more of a you can't just say he just completely just can't lead to a degree. So
but that's why he'll be always be frustrated because
now, and then it depends on then too. Okay, how is he? I guess I can't say that he would necessarily be frustrated as far. I don't think he would be. I'm looking at that as him not being frustrated with her to a degree. On one aspect that just because of how she is might frustrate that's in him that's trying to wake up in him to get him in the right place he's supposed to
mm-hmm,
be in. So that probably frustrates that. Now, if he's mad at her for taking charge because he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing,
right,
that ain't on her.
that right, right.
So it's it can go. You can take it either way. You can take many perspectives of it or aspects of it, depending on the whole setup.
Because I believe, and I believe that they stated this in the comments, that every good leader needs a strong woman behind them.
Hmm.
But I really believe that this statement is talking about, because it said who can't lead. There are some men. You just stated this last week, talking about some women want to do the proposal, and they propose to the man instead of the man propose to the woman. Well, she's taking the initiative at that point, and he's not. But
But how do? But then she could be impatient. She could be impatient, or he could have been. He could be moving slowful. So
exactly,
you
he
just
could be
don't
moving.
know.
Yeah,
But
he
then,
could be
like
moving.
but as you said before, or as how most men that I've heard talk about it. Okay, like you said last week, that it takes something from him when she does it, when the female does it, or that he might not be ready. Because in him, you got to think about too what he was taught. That it was always instilled in most of us that you got to have this, and this, and that before you get married.
Right.
That you got to have a house, you got to have a career, you got to have a car, you got to have whatever, you got to have the money, the bank account, you got to have this, have all these things checked off before you even think about marriage. But that's all off of how they've been taught, how they've been trained. And then to me, sometimes, because some girls can be foolish and sit there and try to propose, and he ain't trying to get married to you because he got XYZ on the side. You just never know
Mhm.
what the case may be, the reason why he would not get married or not wanting to marry her. But it could be so it just go either way. I don't want to pull on one side more than the other, but it's just yeah.
I mean, it depends on the scenario, because, like I say, if you got a dude that don't know how to lead, and you got to give him a minute to learn how to be a leader in the household, then it will frustrate him that he has a wife that that's gonna do it. And we're like, wait a minute, baby, let me do it all. Let me do this. Let me do that. Da,
So
da, da.
right, so that's speaking from experience.
Right.
That's what had to happen though, because I had to give you the opportunity, the space, and the time to lead, to become the leader that needed to be for the household.
Right.
But and if I did not give you that space and time, we would probably would be here right now. You just never
So
know.
so so in
So
so the strong woman then. Depending, now you say you have to back up. Some strong women don't back up.
back up to the
Some
point to
some
say that
some
you
keep
do
pressing and some keep pushing forward.
right, because we were trust we were gonna push forward. We was gonna push forward, but I had to give you the chance to even make decisions, to even say, well, let's do this, to even say they have a plan. And then if I would not have, or if I kept harping on that, then it's no tell. There would have been a whole lot of frustration
Right.
down
Okay.
the line,
So just
arguments
like,
and irritation and anything. And ain't nobody probably wouldn't have made it to 15.
just okay. So my mom brought up a good point. She said she honestly can't, as a woman, she can't answer the question because Jezebel ran over her husband to the max, and she did. That dude didn't do anything, but it was like she was the queen over everybody. Um, I would say that if a man don't change or don't grow, then I can understand why the woman have to be strong for the family.
Mm-hmm.
But then if he's trying to progress and she's just still being strong, not giving him a chance to progress, then I would believe that's what will frustrate a man, because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to,
But then
get into that
it's gonna
role.
say, what's the definition of a strong woman? Though, what type of strong woman is she being? Is she
Exactly.
being?
That's the whole point. So what type of strong woman is going to frustrate him? And it's not the one that say, "Hey man, I'm gonna be strong for my man." But
That was
if
the question.
but but no, they say a man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. So the
Right, but
definition of
how?
what is this type of strong woman that they're talking about? Is it talking about the strong woman where I have to be in control of everything and all the finances and the money and you can't touch nothing and the bank account got to be in my name only? Or if we talking about the strong woman to where I have to make the like a Jezebel, like a Jezebel. She was a strong woman, but she didn't let her husband do anything. You know. So are we talking about those type of women, or are we talking about those
That's what
who?
I'm saying. It depends on the situation. So that's a you can't say a yes or no to that unless you know what type of strong woman you're dealing
You're
with
dealing with.
and what type of man you're dealing with. Because like you might have some trifling nibroid,
Right.
you might have some pushy, over the top female. Just say it that way. And
Mm-hmm.
whatever word people like to use are so it all are dominant. So it all depends on how are you saying that she's being a strong woman. Because I saw a clip the other day that this lady was saying that it was something along the lines actually of this that talking about how she's always the alpha or why she's always the alpha female in the relationship. So to
Mm.
her, she said, "Well, if I don't have that alpha man, then that causes me to have to be the alpha because he's not stepping up doing what he's supposed to do." Or doing what he should do for the security, to make them to lead the household, to let them to the security as far as okay that the confidence in him. To if he's not doing what needs to be done in their role of being the man or being the leader, then she's like, okay, then yeah, I'll step up.
But see, that's the issue right there. Because we just talked about that on one of our men's meetings. I'm not gonna go into it because I can't discuss that stuff. But every man is not an alpha. Every man is not gonna operate in an alpha role. There are different types of roles as far as what a man can be. But if she's saying that she's an alpha herself,
Well, no, she was saying that she becomes the alpha, or some. I forgot how the lady worded the question to her, and I can't remember on which social media thing that I saw that the clip was going, if it was Facebook or TikTok or what. But she was just saying that because the lady was asked, or why does it seem like she's always wearing the pants in the relationship? And she said that she was basically saying she doesn't want to, but if she has to, basically she was saying if she has to, she will. Because if you're not taking care of business and do what needs to be done for the relationship, then yeah, she will.
but that's
And eventually she gonna then eventually she gonna let it go.
see, but
But that was the whole thing was because she was saying she doesn't want to be. And of course, y'all, it's just like a little 1 minute, 2 minute clip. So I don't even know what the lady name was, because I didn't even know we were gonna talk about this. But but she was just expressing to say that she doesn't want to be. But sometimes it happens when the dude is not fulfilling his role
but
in
if
his
he
home.
see, that's the thing, man. When you as a female, and y'all can stone me if you want to, but when you see your man not being in a role that he's supposed to, as a woman, you're supposed to help him see that, hey man, you going off track. And I think one of the pastors has said that a good woman is a woman who helps. So if you saying that if he ain't doing it, and I'm gonna take over, you got the wrong mindset. Your mind, your mindset is supposed to be, hey, dear, I need you to step it up. I need you to you gotta do something, or ask him questions. What's going on? What's the vision? Because if you step up and step in his way, and he gonna be looking like, dang man, why she doing all this stuff? We ain't communicating, we ain't talking. Like what's going on? And a woman is is there to help her husband to stay on track, to be honest, and to stay on track to where It's like, hey man, okay, I'm not gonna take over things, but I'm gonna let you know you slipping.
That's right. That's why I said it comes back to what definition of a strong woman. What role, position of a strong woman is she playing? Is she playing? I mean, not playing, but is she in? Is she in the position of she's a strong woman to help and support and push you, or is she a strong woman that she's dominating?
That's it sounds like she's a strong one that what she's dominating.
Right. I'm saying as far as this question, just period.
Mm.
That like again, like I said, I don't know the whole thing or segment of that clip and what all completely it was talking about because it was just that one little question that they showed that she answered. I wish I remembered what social media thing I was on that I could play, but I don't remember which one it was. But otherwise, she was saying that if she does or when she does that wants to meet that guy that will lead that will do what has to be done that for the family that will do whatever, then she can be in her role as not the only thing I didn't agree with her was saying is that she could be that little girl because you're not a little girl,
Right.
you're a grown woman. You want him to be now you saying like you want to fall into the role of you being a little girl like now this is your daddy, that's not your daddy.
That's not see that no
So
man.
that's the one part that I didn't completely agree with her. I did not agree with her on. But if I wish I could find it just to make sure that I'm saying the question right that she was asked. But
That's a personal issue.
right. So and that's the same thing with the dude. That's the same. That's why it all depends on if you say that he can't leave. Why can't he leave? What's the reason why he
No,
can't
why?
leave?
Yeah, why? Because yeah, you're right. You're right. Why? What is it? Something frustrating him, or something you're not doing right,
And is it
or is
and
it something,
it might not even be her at all.
or it might be him. You
Right.
know,
So that's the what it depends on why you say he can't leave. What is keeping him? What is hindering him from being a leader or trying?
because sometimes it can be communication problems. Or so it could be that, but we got a lot of comments here. So it says, I'm gonna read. Righteous Recovery says, "Who knows how to lead before being in a marriage?" That's true. Some people are put in managers positions, but in a relationship, it's still different. And you learning how to lead when you get married. So it's still fresh off the bone when you get married. So, but learning to be a leader is installed in men, but you still have to learn how to use it. Um, and then it says, but why is she attracted to those men then? Yeah, there's a good question. Why is she attracted to those type of men? Because she did say that she had.
I couldn't even answer that. Because like
Um,
I said, that was only one little clip. So I don't know the whole. Like I said, I don't know what her name was.
because my mama asked question how many men she
I was
dated.
about to try to see if I could find it. I don't know what her name was. Um, I wish I would know how long ago that was when I looked at it. Which it was one day this week. Um, to see if I could find it quick. But like I said, I don't remember what social media thing I was on. If it was TikTok or Instagram or it might have been Facebook. Ain't no telling. But
Oh, the reels.
yeah, that's why I said it was like a little minute or 2 minute clip. I don't think it
Mm.
even went to 2 minutes. Um, oh, I wish. I wish I would know what it was on. Um,
But yeah, I mean, it. I mean, I do agree. Um, I do agree that they do. It does have to be asked from a man's perspective. But I mean, I ask the women because every woman believes they have to be strong for their man. But then the question is,
yeah, you have to be strong
but
for
then
him,
but then
but
what type of strong are we talking about? Are we talking about
right.
you know overtaking? Or are we talking about just being his help? Are we talking about being strong as of I'm gonna make the decision because he ain't here, and I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do, and not go ask my husband, or am I gonna be the type of female to where I'm gonna ask him to make sure he understands that he, because sometimes that can affect the man too.
Mhm.
When 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 the woman makes decisions without coming to him asking, hey, can we do that? That belittles the man. And it makes him not, that makes a guy not want to leave, because it's like, dude, you just made the decision without even
That's why I say he
coming
can't
to me.
necessarily just say that he can't leave. It's all depending on what oppositions are up against him, or what is he facing, what is he doing, how was he taught, how was he raised, what is his experience. So you can't necessarily just say that he can't leave because he was
Hmm.
in leadership role
Right.
from the beginning. There was a leadership role, so it's not that they can't. It just either or it might not have been awakened in him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't think it was on this on Instagram. Because it was a real short clip. I could play it, but I don't remember where I was at.
Okay, she wants that control. That's why she said she can and will take that role. I mean, it kind of seems like she don't want to give the guy a chance, but at the same time, I mean, it's not, to me, it's nothing
That's
wrong.
why I really, really wish I could find it because I know I'm missing a little bit of what she said too. So that could be uh, to help with the questions and see. Now I can't go no further than this to try to
Yeah,
find it.
it's all good, babe. But I mean, like, to be honest with you, man, for me, I believe that it's nothing wrong with having a strong woman behind you. I believe that a man does need a strong woman, but that's a helper. That's a strong woman, not an not an alpha female. Because the alpha female, she gonna try to take over. She gonna try to run stuff, and that's, us as men, we ain't trying to look for that. We're not trying to look for somebody that's trying to take over or be dominant. But we all, men, good leaders are looking for women to be their helpmate, and to understand that, hey, man, this is a marriage. To understand that, okay, I am the leader, but then, I will discuss things with you, make decisions with you, and vice versa. You do the same thing with me. In today's world, in today's dating world, there are so many women out there right now that um they are, all they want to do is depend on a man for money. And they want to say, well, I want my nails done, I want my hair done, I want this done, I want that done. But yet you don't want to help him in any way. There are so many females out there right now that just want to be like, hey, maybe you can get all this done for me. Okay, well, what are you gonna help me with? Well, I mean, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be by your side. That's good enough. Like, wait a minute, what? Like, I gotta look good for my man. Okay, so that means me spending money on you is a relationship. Really? Like, come on, lady. Let's stop right now. You know, and it's a lot of females out there that's like that. It's a lot of them, and they will sit up there and say, and someone won't even talk to you unless you got a nice car. Majority of them. And it's really, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the dating world out there right now is just so, it, it ain't right. It ain't right. And I mean, like, and I'm not saying that the dudes are perfect either, but I'm just saying, like, most women today, they believe that they can be on their own, and the only reason why they would need a dude is for his money.
They ain't trying to be married. They ain't trying to be in no real relationship.
Oh, some of them say that is marriage. Because they said that, oh, I was looking at the video, and one girl said, well, my daddy taught me I'm a princess, so I should get everything from my
So
man.
that's
Well,
see,
see, that's the
that ain't go to
thing.
how they were taught.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
That's
wait a
goes
minute,
on both
man.
ends.
Like, hold on. like, wait, whoa. But I mean, I believe that they just need to find each other. I feel like some men like spoiling and some girls like that. Yeah, some men do like spoiling, but then that's the thing. The men, when they get serious with that relationship and they want to change it up a bit, or if when rough times happen, then that's when the female want to quit and duck out on them.
Then they
If he lose it, but that's the thing though, man. What I'm saying is that it's true. Like the only way you can keep that girl is you gotta keep making that money. You gotta keep making that money. And like I think one guy had told a girl, and he was talking about, man, I'm finna go to school and stuff, but because he was faking, and I guess he was saying that I got this call from doing selling drugs and stuff and everything. But then he was like, I'm gonna stop doing drugs and I'm gonna go to school to, do all this stuff. And she was like, no, you need to make that money. You need to stay selling drugs. And he was like, what? And he was like, wait a minute though. When I forget caught and go to jail, what if that happens? It's like, no, I'll be right there waiting until you get out. It don't matter.
chill.
I'm like, man, come on, dog. But then my thing is, see a woman like that to encourage him to still do bad stuff, encourage him to still do drugs and sell it because it's a quick buck. She talking about she like gangsters. Dude, this is what she said, quote unquote. She like gangsters, dudes who sell drugs because they get money real fast. So she like dudes with cash on them
Okay.
and all that stuff, and selling drugs because it's fast money. And I'm like, man, come on. I said, this cannot be real, but she was serious.
I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them.
She was serious, man. But like I say, man, I believe that in relationship, um, I believe that a man do need a strong woman, but not a controlling woman, but a strong woman.
That's what I say. It depends on what your definition of a strong woman is, because some people get that mixed up. They mix up strong and dominant. They mix up it's being strong though, but you really aggressive.
Mm,
They'll say that, oh, that they strong, but no, you but you being XYZ, or the word that people like to use, that I don't use, that people cuss. That call her be. Like, so you acting like that. So it's what's that person's perspective and what's their definition of a strong woman?
hmm.
Because they can use, like you said, that you okay, she got that or that you setting boundaries. Yeah, but what kind of boundaries are you setting? You setting rules and regulations, but what kind are they setting? Is that
Right.
something that's benefiting you because you spoil and you want this and that, like you said, the some of these chicks out here doing, or is that you really being strong, or you being ignorant, or are you being unrealistic? It's so many different things that people relate to as being a strong woman, and that ain't a strong woman.
Right.
So definitions and perspectives get mixed up.
Because to me, a strong woman is, um, a strong woman is a God fearing woman for one, and two, that she has a heart to serve, and she has a heart for her husband and her children.
Mhm.
But she's strong to know that, okay, I can deal with this problem, but I'm gonna make sure I include my husband before I even make this decision. Dear, let me talk to you. So I came up with this, blah 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 blah, blah, and stuff like that. That's a strong woman. She don't get weak. She don't fret. She don't, do all this other stuff. And she don't try to take control of the house. But a prayer warrior, that's a strong woman. To me, and That's why I thank God who I have. You know, there are a lot of things that Carla do that women wouldn't do. Like for one, like some of these boxes that be coming in this house for my dialysis boxes. Carla be moving that stuff. I'll be like, oh Lord have mercy. I just can't stand my wife moving that stuff. But
But it ain't about to say when I do a lot of the things that I do, it's not to say, okay, because I'm a strong woman, let me handle this. No, it's because it's necessary. It's needed. If you're not able to do it temporarily, then what's wrong with me being able to? What's wrong
right,
with me doing it? I shouldn't have an issue with having to do it or needing to help.
right.
So that's why it's it's like, dude, okay, and then it's not to necessarily just say that that's just a strong woman to a degree, but you're a helpmate, you're a helper, you're a supporter, you're a partner when you're in a relationship, when you're married.
Mm-hmm.
So when the other one's down, why you can't you help? Or they ain't even gotta be down. If they need help, they just need help.
Yeah.
And that help don't have to be in a negative. Don't have to look at be in a negative light or negative perspective.
But you'll be surprised. You remember that time when we moved and we didn't have no help? It was just me and you.
Yeah, a couple times we did.
Yeah, but you'll be surprised how many females out there that will not help their husband moving stuff. I'm serious. You'll be surprised. And I'm trying to tell y'all,
No,
you will be
it's
surprised.
not a surprise because I know. But it's to me, it's why cause him unnecessary stress. Why cause him extra grief or strife or irritation when all you got to do is pick up. You are more than capable and able.
Man.
So why put extra pressure on him when it's not needed? So
I speak of the minority. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just being honest. I know somebody right now that will not do some of the stuff that that my wife does. And but see, and she says the women don't love their significant other enough to not do the duties of wives. But see, it's not even that. It's because they don't believe that they have to do it.
based off of how they was taught
Right. They
or
don't
what they
believe
believe.
they don't believe that they have to help in that manner or say to do that. And I remember, I think it was your auntie that said that, like, TJ, man, Carla different. I say she is. I say she is different. Because like I said, I'm telling you, there are females that won't lift a finger. I'm not doing that. My nails are more important. My hair is more important.
I mean,
This is more important.
you do have a lot that will, but it still is like I guess.
I'm being serious, man.
No, I know, and I'm not surprised. I mean, because you can see, you can tell it, whatever. But still, it's like, okay, if you are going to be in a relationship is a two-way.
True.
It's give and take. It's help. It's support both
Mm-hmm.
ways. It's love both ways. Not just I'm finna make him do all this. I let him do all of this. Even if you can do all this, I'm not finna let you do all that.
Right. And
I don't
so
care if you
now,
take your pride and joy into it. And
now,
that's just me
now,
personally.
some
But
learn, because, like, I'm trying to say that name, but she's learning to help out a little bit more with him. I'm talking about,
right, it's
this is
because
different
and
because
because the way
they
that but right the way that she was raised. The way that she
she
was
was
raised. That's why
right.
I said depending on how
How?
the person was raised, whether the male or the female, depending on how they was raised, what they was taught, the standards. Where did they get their standards from? What did they get their idea of the role of the man, the role of the husband, the role of the wife, role of the female, whatever the relationship status is. What are their idea? What is their ideology of it? What's their thought process? What are y'all on the same page? Do
Mm-hmm.
y'all have the same beliefs? That's why all those type of talks and stuff are important because of all of it. Like this mess with this thing that's going around now that there was a list made of I think it was like 50 or it was the top something number of restaurants that a female said that a dude better not take her on the first date on.
Oh,
So it was okay if you take me to Applebee's or if you take me to Chili's, I'm supposed to be mad.
yep. There's
So it's like,
females out there like that.
what are you saying? You don't deserve. You just met this dude. I'm
It's,
not gonna. If he chooses to take you to a 5 star, let him take you to a 5 star. I'm not
bunk that.
saying,
No, bunk it.
but that
Bunk
should
that.
not. That's immaturity though. That you say that you can
That's
take
how
a
they
female
are, bro.
to a certain spot because with it being the first date, but yet okay,
You
he
better
trying
spend
to.
$100 on me.
Mm-mm. See, and then like
You better
somebody
spend a
said,
hundred.
like a video that came across. They said because this lady was trying to defend that, and he said this pastor said, well, because he was on he was speaking on a podcast or whatever, or a talk show. I mean, radio show. Excuse me, not talk show. A radio. Well, it's a radio talk show. He was speaking on it as a guest, and this was after it was over with. And this lady was talking about that, about the list and stuff, and saying how he better not did it. She got, and she wanted people on the show. That's part of the show, or she whatever she worked there. So you know, he better do that, and so he was like, you need to tear your list up, tear it up because what you're wanting and expecting, you ain't gonna always get that. And what you really need might be wrapped up in the dude that's wanting to take you to Applebee's. So it was a whole thing of how can you just dismiss somebody, say he's not a man, or say he can't lead, or say he's not worthy of your time because he took you to a restaurant that you say is too cheap.
Yep, too cheap.
But it's the first date.
I want the
But
steak.
he trying to spend time to get to know you out there.
Oh no, that ain't nothing. It
Mm-hmm.
was a video where this female told a waitress, and this dude was upset. He was recording, and some people thought he was wrong. I was like, no, he not. She tried to get him to pay for plates for her kids at home.
Oh, no,
He
I
was
love
taking
it.
her out on a date, trying to get to know her, and she trying to order plates for her kids.
That's just like
And
the
then
bill.
talking about, then
That's
talking
just
about, then
like
talking about, and then she said this: if you can't buy a place for my kids, then you ain't good enough for me. Huh? Oh, this is a date between me and you. I'm not gonna pay for your kids to
you can't
eat.
have him play daddy, stepdaddy right now.
We on a
Don't play
date.
like that.
Like, what is wrong with you,
But
lady?
that's just like the one that it was actually like hidden news apparently because it was like on Yahoo News and on they web page and all this and stuff was floating around that the lady forgot what state she was in that she racked up she kept ordering oysters and ordered so many oysters dude walked out and left us left us stuck with the bill and that was their first date.
Come on, man. That's stuff is wrong, dude. I can't.
And then all her support. See, that's what happens when you a strong woman. He can't handle all this. He ain't. No, that's foolishness.
See how she call herself a strong woman? You see
That's
that?
why I said, see, it depends on your
You
definition
see
of
that?
what
You see that?
aspect, what
You see
perspective
that?
are you looking up as being are you saying as a strong woman?
No, that ain't no strong one. That's a goddamn Jezebel spirit. That's what that is.
That's exactly why that's right. It's as a false
Man,
image of what a being a strong woman. That ain't no real strong woman. But let her tell you, she gonna say that that's a strong woman though.
talking about paying for my kids. What's wrong with you? He ain't dating you and your kids. He taking you out on the date, trying to get to know you. Talking about, I need 5 steaks for my kids. What do you mean you need 5 steaks, lady? Crazy. But anyways, it says Gwen Lifestyle says sometime a wife wants her husband to leave the home, and they want and they won't, and the gets wife can get tired of doing everything, taking care of the kids, and he is never involved in anything, and the only time is church, and also going out to eat. Some women got to take over. Women like that is living in a fantasy world. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, dude, and I mean, man,
Oh, I want to find that video so bad. I still can't. That video still online. I keep trying to find it.
whatever, man. I'm trying to. But look, I'm just being honest, man. That's how it is out there, y'all. And I mean, and even some of my homeboys, even before Brandon met Israel, he was dealing with that with the females out there, and that's why he was like, TJ, man, I'm done. Because even before he didn't want to talk to Israel at first because he was dealing with so many of those females out there, and it's like, dude, it's y'all, the dating world. All I gotta say is the dating game has changed, and it's not the same. And I think that's why a lot of people are coming out with these videos and stuff like this because people are stepping away from. It's like, okay, what is your role? What is your place? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to use the man up like that? And men, are you supposed to use the women on low? You're not. So it's just crazy, man. But I just wanted to. I just thought that question would be interesting to ask because, like we said, it's different types of women that they say that they're strong minded, and it's ones who's going to take over your house, and those who's going to help the man become a better man. You know, and that's what we would what I wanted to get into because it's a lot. It's a lot. My wife's still looking for this video,
I
y'all.
am. Because it was just this week, and I'm like, dude, I really want to find it. But yeah. That's why I'll probably find it after we done.
Right.
But yeah, it's still like it all depends because everybody's definition. Let's say everybody's definition and perspective and thoughts and all that on what a strong woman is or what a strong woman looks like is not the same.
No. He said, but what is she bringing to the relationship though? She need a job.
And
Yeah,
then you
man.
have that would go into another topic because you got those that sometimes you got that dude that don't want his woman to work, and she's okay with that.
Oh, but he giving her what you call it? What you call those
Now, I ain't
things?
gonna say that he's necessarily giving her anything like allowance or anything like.
No, no,
I'm
no, no, no.
sorry.
He's giving her allowance.
That
Yeah, that is
kills
what it
me.
is.
I don't understand this. How you married and y'all got you give the other person an allowance?
Dude, that's because he believes that's his money.
Now I can understand to a degree if you were doing it to help them manage money because you try to teach them to help them learn how to not just blow everything and not to spend stuff on this and that. I get it if it's to be a learning tool, but just to be as a controlling thing that you giving them an allowance, no. We know we in this together. What goes in that account is both of us. Mm-mm. Nah, but I can understand if, like I said, if it was to be, managing money, budgeting, and all that, then that's different. But if you talking about as you using it as a control thing, then no.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's the guys that think that they in control of everything. Um, that hey man, I own her and I give her money. I give her like $2,000 to spend, and because she don't work, you know what I'm saying. That's how some those relationships are different. And so yeah, that you know. Uh, but yeah, that's I that it. Um, but that's why I just wanted to put that out there, just to see, a man who can't lead will always be frustrated by a strong woman. And so, like you said, the strong woman, it depends on the definition of what type of strong woman are you talking about, which is true. It depends on the strong woman and everything. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It says, Okay, so where it says Gwen's lifestyle, women like that is living in a fantasy world. But what is she? Okay, no. And then Rachel Recovery says maybe we should talk about how we should lead as husbands and wives because I believe we all have different views of a wife or husband. Now, if we get into that, I'm coming straight from the word. Um, I'm just gonna come straight from the word. Straight.
Oh, no, show.
That's a whole nother show. You know, if I was getting it, because I don't. The world has different opinions on what marriage is, and the world do have different views. But because we are believers in Jesus, and because we are believers in Christ, um, God has marriage to be a specific way, His way, and we have to make sure that we abide by His way and not what we think it should be. Um, and everything because I know when me and my wife first got married, we tried to do marriage our way, and that didn't work. Um, we tried to do marriage our way, and I was upset because she made more money than me, and all this other stuff and everything, and we was trying to do this, and it was like, man, nah, man, we had to really, really go to God, man, and God, kind of, God set the path of how the household should be ran. And he had to wake both of us up because we both had issues. And we both had issues, man. We both had issues, man. I had issues. I thought things should go a certain way. She thought things should go a certain way, and we both had to. God had to sit both of us down.
Based off of what we did, how we was taught, what we
Yeah,
heard, what we saw.
what we saw, what we experienced, all that stuff. And God had to sit us both down. He was like, "Hold on, man. You need to look at yourself and work on self." Um, um, but yeah, and so let's see what it says. She said, "But we're here to learn, though, not discuss the views of social media posts." Well, I came this right here. Um, this was actually coming from a discussion amongst Christians. Where I got this from. This was a discussion um among some I believe it was men and women in there, in a Christian group. And anything that anything that I come up with on my show is for a purpose and it's for a reason. Um and also um it's again, and I always tell people I'm not here to teach, but I'm here to encourage or either to talk about things of life. And my show is to encourage people. Now, the only thing we didn't come from the word tonight. That was the only thing. And that's why I made my mistake. My show is about encouraging people with the word of God through through the things that happen on a daily basis. So this is something that people are experiencing. Apparently, this is something that people are experiencing, and so what I should have did was have a question with this, and then have scripture behind it to say how things are supposed to be. Um, so again, 100% real talk. It's about encouraging people with the word of God through real life situations. So, um, oh wow. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, right to recovery, but um, this was just a question about, and sometimes, and actually, you know what? This was encouraging because when you really think about it, um, when you really think about it, we had discussed on what it means, what a strong woman means, and then we encouraged that there were two different ways of what a strong woman is. We discussed the positive and we discussed the negative, right? And then we came back and we went to discuss also the man side of it, of how he would look at it. So even if somebody, the thing what I've learned is that when we speak about things, it's not about our lives. It's not about what I see. It's not about what I believe. It's about this is about everybody who's going to look at this video out there in the world. There may be somebody dealing with something that we talk about. It may not be happening in your life, but it could be happening in somebody else's life. I'm not here to teach those who say, okay, well, I'm going to tune into. I'm here to make sure that this reaches out to everyone. And even though that we put things out there that's out there in reality, and that's real talk about life, about how life is today, and about how things are going on, even though we may say something negative about, or I would say talk about the negative, we still put out the positive on how you can get through, or what you can do to get through. So one thing that I always remember about the show that God has blessed me with to do is to make sure I understand that this is about the world, about the reaching out to the people out there amongst the world, amongst who those who will see this video later on. Right now, it may be only four of us watching right now, but when this video ends, I always get more views. Be 25 views, 30 views, 40 views, 50 views, 60 views, 70 views, sometimes 80 views. We get a lot of people watching the video after, and sometimes they'll give comments after the fact. So I have to make sure, as a host of when I'm real talking, I have to make sure that I am speaking to the audience out there in the streets. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make sure that they know, okay, hey, what's out there? What's going on out there? How do you combat it? How do you combat it with Christ? How do you get over this thing? If you're in a relationship and you look at it this way, well, try to look at it God's way. Try to look at it that way. Try to look at it this way. You know, and that those are the things that I'm making sure that I'm getting at. And this, to me, this question intrigued me because again, it hit two areas. It hit an area to where a man who can't lead. My wife said, "Why can't he lead?" Right? That was the question. Why can't he lead? What is he dealing with? Sometimes we overlook men. Why can't this brother lead? What's going on in his life? Let's dig deeper into that. What's going on? Is it the issue that he's dealing with? Is it something that he's dealing with in the home? Is it something that he's dealing with the problems in his life? What's going on there? And then two, if he always going to be frustrated, why is he frustrated? Why is this dude frustrated? What is he going to be frustrated about? Why is the frustration taking hold of him? And then the strong woman. Why does a woman have to be strong? Why does a woman have to be does she have to be strong? What type of strong woman does a man need? See, all these things, these are questions that people out there in the world are looking for. And this is what I look to reach those people. I look to reach those people. If this is something that people are talking about, then I look to be on that same subject and talk to them and help those people. And I hope and pray that, like I said, we discussed and we did. We said some encouraging things in this video, and we did. Uh so is there anything you want to add?
Because, like you said, if it just might not be fitting to your situation or whatever, does not mean that it won't help somebody else.
Right.
So, um, or just because they might not have gotten encouraged themselves doesn't mean that somebody else won't.
Mm-hmm.
And even as we brought up, our experience, even though we have before, but even just saying that our experience in relation to that. So yeah, you're helping somebody regardless if it was a scripture added to it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, so it doesn't. It's to each his own.
Yeah.
We relate that it's to each his own.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
And no offense, I wasn't offended. I was just stating. I was just responding to the comment. Not offended at all. My life is too short to be offended. Not taking offended, but I understand. Just got to put it out there. This is real talk, and we got to be real. And sometimes, we may get other people that leave comments, and they may say something, and I'll respond. I'll respond, but with peace. I'll respond with joy, and I'll respond with happiness. But I'm not upset at all. Um, but I just wanted to clarify and make that clear, and everything. But yeah, so that's why I did this. I wish I had a guess so I can get more deeper insight because that could have been broken down. That's why I picked that because it's so many different areas to that connects to like why
that's
can't he
what I'm saying.
leave?
It's a
Like
broad
it's a
question
broad
that
question.
you can't just say yes or no.
Right. You have to be like pick it apart.
Right.
You have to
That's
pick it
how I'm
apart.
saying with um
And when
not
they
to
was
just be captive, but that's what I was saying those because that's not a just straight yes or no.
no,
Or a
it's not.
question.
You
Um,
have to dig deep into it and you have to understand what it's saying to help people. And it's really a good question. And I have some many more that I found, but I watch other people podcasts too, and I see what people are responding to and everything. And I thought that was a good one because again, in relation, and that's another thing too. A lot of these podcasts are still, and we touched a lot on relationships, but a lot of these podcasts out there are really trying to help with relationships, man. They're really trying to have people to understand what it's about because I really believe in this day and time, people don't understand what relationship is. They don't get it, and I really believe that that's why
it's
so many
lost.
people is
It's um, it's lost. It lost its trueness
yeah,
of what it is.
and what it is.
It lost its because relationships are just it's just the word itself is just it's used loosely
Right.
sometimes. Um, that and it doesn't go. I mean, a relationship isn't just husband and wife or boyfriend girlfriend or whatever. It goes
Mm-hmm.
beyond that. You got friendship relationship, family relationship, business relationship, and it's just a whole concept of what relationship is has gotten tainted.
Right.
That because there's so many opinions, it's so many. Well, it's supposed to look like this. The perspectives of it. That going back to the beginning, if you do go into the Bible, going back to the beginning, that okay, if we examine how relationship was in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
can we say that it's more like that now, or is it less like that now? It ain't to say that it completely, uh, dissolved or went away as far as how relationship started and how relationship was in the beginning, but comparing to how it was then to how people look at relationship now, would it be the same?
Right.
And that's the thing. As time evolves, as people evolve, things change. You got all of these things that play a role and play a part
Play a part.
to people's opinions and ideologies things that they come up with of saying what this is supposed to look like, what that's supposed to look like, what that's supposed to be, even with the strong woman, what the definition, what a strong woman look like, and all of that. Yeah, and the man that leads, what a man that leads, what does that look like?
Right.
So all of it change, it evolves over time,
Over time.
whether it's in a good evolving or not.
Right.
It changes. It changes, and it's a lot to that question. Period. Because if you probably ask somebody that's, I guess I was about to say seasoned instead of saying old. I used to say a seasoned thing. No, if you if you would ask somebody that's like in their 70s or 80s or something, their definition of relationship would be different from somebody
For
who's
somebody
sitting
today.
now in this day of time.
Yep.
So it's and then you wonder, okay, it will make you wonder just hearing, is there anything similar? Is there a
Mm.
common denominator between what each generation believes that a relationship is?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah.
Because like you said, there's so many uh podcasts and stuff out and shows and um or whatever, and a lot of the videos I end up seeing that flow, it's a group of them that sit on stage. I don't remember what the name of them are, what their name is, but it's a group of them, and a lot of their stuff that you see them, they have these live talks, I mean, or whatever, that they uh, travel, just like, if you're doing a gospel concert or any concert,
Mm-hmm.
period, how they'll do a tour. That's the word
A
I was looking
tour.
for.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
word I was looking for. They'll do a tour. And I cannot remember what their name is, but I can just see the one guy that the video who's always, or they always showing most of his clips. Um, but it's like 4 or 5 of them that's on stage, maybe six between male and female.
Mm.
And I remember seeing at least two females, but it's this bright dude that wear, he kind of bright. He might be my complexion or a little bit lighter, that has a beard and wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that a lot of his clips they show. And although, and a lot of it, like the questions that these females are asking, you're like, huh? Like one, I think I mentioned it before. She asked, "How is it?" Um, oh, she was basically just putting herself out there. That but she said, How is it that her man likes her more than he likes his own wife?" And I think I mentioned it before on here a while ago. Her question was, and she was okay with it, that she was the side piece because he liked her more than he liked his own wife. And he said, "Yeah, I like you." He said, "Yeah, I like you, but that don't mean I don't love my wife." He's just speaking in general, not necessarily him personally,
Yeah.
but he was speaking to say that, yeah, any man that's okay to say in the perspective of a man being okay with that, or a man that was in that position to say that, yeah, I like you more than my, I mean, I like you more than my wife, but that don't mean I don't love her, or that don't mean um or he said, "I just like you right now because you convenient," or "I might be mad at her, and because you are okay with the way that I treat you, yeah, I like you because you okay with me getting off the phone when she come around, or you okay with me, time here and there, or just spending 15, 20 minutes with you or whatever, and I gotta leave and go to my wife
Oh my
because you okay with
gosh.
that." And that's what he was trying to get her to see, like, dude, look how silly you sound. But two, to say you can't, how does that make you feel good to be in a position that, okay, he like you more than he like his wife, and
No.
he's not yours. That's in so many words of him
Man.
responding to her. So it's like, it's so many different, and it's a lot of it is things that people see these shows, these sitcoms, and all of these that come out, that people and celebrities and all of this that they see, that they, ooh, I want to be like that, but you don't know what's going on with it. You just accept, you gravitate to what's popular, and you think, oh well, this is okay because, well, he like me, he give me $50, every other day, or he give me money when I ask. Yeah, because that probably one is chump change to him, to something easy for him to be able to hide from his
From his
spouse.
spouse.
So it's like, dude, how he was really trying to, even though he was cussing or whatever in his response to her, but he was basically saying it's like trying to get her to see, really step back and analyze this position that you
Man,
in.
like for real, bro.
And that's the thing, is that people have all of these perspectives and things of what a good relationship is and what it looks like.
Their own opinions.
Right. When it's not what
It's not what it
it's not
is,
what the
bro.
foundation was. It's not how God said it to
Said
be.
it to be.
It's not the
Exactly.
order that He put in place. That's what I said. If you ask somebody, are you going to go to the Word now and examine the Word of how relationship became to be, how relationship started, what relationship is, and compare it to now?
Oh man, no.
Ask somebody that's up there and let's say that's 78, has been around for years and have seen the evolution of things of it ain't gonna be the same. That's gonna be a whole lot of difference of
Yep.
opinion, all because of the perspectives. That's what they was taught, the stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they was learning, what's popular now, what they getting into, what's around now that wasn't around then. So it's to have to it's a lot of people. It's a lot because people we're created for relationship.
Yeah, right. We are.
We're
We
created
are.
for
That's the truth.
relationship. Not to say that you have to be with somebody, that you have to be with a significant other or anything like that.
But
But no, you're created for
created.
relationship
We're created for that.
because God
Because even
created
if
us
it's
to
not
be
with
with
somebody,
Him.
it's with God. Right.
Right.
It's with
So
God.
that's the thing. You're created for. You
Created.
was created based off of relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
was created based off of love. You was created based off of what else? We're created in His image and likeness. We were created for relationship.
Right.
And because of the things that we face, we deal with our experience, the things that we go through, that it taints our ideas,
Ideas.
our experience. It takes our view, our perspective sometimes of what relationship is.
Mm-hmm. And then it gives us a different perspective on what we think it should be.
Right.
And we wanted to go our way because of hurt and pain, which goes back to one of the question that was asked earlier. As of a man who can't lead, why can't he lead? Has something happened in his life? Did something affect him? What's going on with his mind? And you'll be surprised how many men have to deal with a mental illness or something that what they have to deal with to say, okay, now I have a family.
And that's a lot too. And then to say that, that's to say sometimes even to say that he can't lead, it's not that. What's the stressors he's
What's the
dealing with?
stress? What's the
What's
stress
the
he's dealing with?
pressure
What is it?
he got
Yeah.
up against him?
What is it? You have to figure
What
that
is
out.
his mindset of him? What does he believe that a leader is?
Right.
A man leading. What does he think? Is he trying to live up to this unrealistic uh perception of what a man
A
leading
man.
is?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say, to wrap it back all the way around, that's why you can't say that he can't lead
No.
because he was created to lead. God
Right.
gave Adam power and authority and dominion over everything that was created, every living thing that was created, and gave him instruction. He gave
Mm-hmm.
him this. He gave him charge over this and that. He gave him the job, the responsibility to do this and do that, to set things in order.
Right. That's right.
So a man was created to be a leader, but it's just what can make it come out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So and if he don't have that good strong woman
Right.
to help bring her that good strong
Exactly.
woman to help bring that
Exactly.
positive strong woman to help bring it out of him,
Bring
not
it
the one
out.
that's gonna beat him down, not the one that's gonna cuss him out, not the one that's gonna yell and scream
Be
at him
aggressive.
because
Trying to take
he
over.
forgot to turn the kitchen light on.
Right.
Not down there
No.
act like and down scream yelling like he a kid, or look at her significant other as a kid, spouse as a kid, and not as an equal partner. So it's a whole it's a
And the
whole
whole
lot.
yeah, it's a whole thing, man.
Whole lot.
That's why I say. I mean, I want to go deeper. But what I'm gonna do, we're gonna cut it because it is 8:41. We went over our time. Um, but no. We good. No, we good. But what I want to do is I want to continue this before we get into the things about faith, because there's a lot that's going on out there that I want to tap into, and that me and my wife, we have a testimony that we can tell people of how we got through it, and how we still getting through it, and how we still pushing forward. And I mean, 15 years is a long time, you know, and 15 years is a long time. But there are some things that can hit us as a man, that frustrates us as a man. There are some things that us as men we have to deal with, and sometimes us as men we don't have nobody to talk to. Sometimes we don't have that person to talk to about what frustrates us, and sometimes the woman don't either. And this is why it's important to get into these conversations and get into this and get some real talk going about it, and get God involved, because some people need outlets. And when you get out there, you get that outlet going, woo wee, and then it starts coming out. Safe and secure outlets. You get, because the thing is, no marriage on the face of this planet is perfect. And there's always going to be something that's going to challenge either the man or the woman, you know. And so I would like to go deeper into this, um, but try to rearrange it to say, like next week, what are some mental things that a husband and wife have to deal with, or what are some challenges that you have to deal with in a relationship. That's a good one right there. What are some challenges? Yeah, what are some challenges they have to deal with as husband and wife? Yeah, and then how do you get through those challenges? What is it called? Is it spiritual warfare? What is going on? These are the things that people are hungry for. People are trying to learn. They're trying to listen. They try to see, hey man, how do I get through this? How do I get over this? Man, how do I talk to my wife about this? How do I talk to my husband about this? What is going on? And so I just again, man, it's crazy. So next week, that's what we're gonna talk about. What are some of the challenges that husband and wife have to go through? What are some of the challenges, and how do we overcome those challenges? That's gonna be next week's episode. So man, tune in, tell your friends to tune in and everything. Those who watching this episode in the future, tune in next Friday at 7:15 p.m. We're gonna be going live again, and we are going to go hard and allow God to have His way. Uh, so I thank y'all for those who tune in on this week, and we appreciate y'all and everything. Thank y'all for the comments and everything.
Wow.
Yep, October's almost here. Matter of fact, yeah, Halloween next week. You gonna put up the tree next week?
Yeah, I might put that. I might put that. We're gonna see. Last year it took me a couple of weeks to get it together. How more than that,
It
so I
did.
finally just said, okay, I'm doing it.
It did. It did. It did. But hey, y'all, man, you listen, guys. Y'all take care. God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until we meet y'all next week, 7:15, same time, same channel. Peace. That's right. Strong on, baby. Strong on.
Strong woman for the strong man.